This part of the stream is pretty much for the people that are watching the video on demand on Twitch or YouTube later on, because I am going to upload this to both. If you didn't make it to the premiere, I appreciate you coming and watching the video on demand here, and I hope you enjoy the music. I'm going to give it about 5 minutes for people to trickle in, and then we'll get started talking and all that good stuff. But for right now, enjoy some music to begin the start of the stream. Hey everyone, what you're listening to right now is basically just some background music, because like I said in the YouTube video announcing this, we're gonna do some, I'm gonna talk a little bit at the beginning, let people filter in, because I know, like, I've been pushing this a lot, but I'm sure there's some people that are waiting for like the notifications or whatever, and there's might be some people kind of late, so I don't want to just start the album right away and have a bunch of people miss like the first song or something and come in late. So hello everyone, how are all of you doing today? Hello Moral Relevist, who's been sitting here for 2 hours waiting for this. That's amazing, thank you so much. Hey Pearl and hey Head Trip, I see the three of you already here. Just give me a second here, I'm typing up some more advertisements here real quick so that people actually know the stream is live now. Now live, there we go. So 10 p.m. for you Vapors123, how about that? Yeah, this is gonna be very different. So a lot of live editing gonna be happening in OBS as the album plays through, but yeah. Hey Top Birdie, how's it going? Welcome. Don't want to miss this though. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. I'm happy you're so excited for this. And Local Winter, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Some of you might recognize the background music right now as the Sharp Rose remixes, but the instrumental versions, which will also shortly be available for people that want to use them in editing and stuff, because instrumental music is way better for editing and such in the back. But anyway, hey, I'm a big fan of music. Let's go. Oh, sweet. Hey, Build Overwatch. It's Build Mine Survive, if I remember correctly. Because, yeah, how you going? How you doing? Is it gonna be like Big Time Rush theme song? If you're talking about I mean, this is good because like one of the things I can do before the album is if anyone had questions, because I know there were some people in my Discord asking if I would be answering questions about the album. So yeah, if you got questions, go for it. And of course, as the album is playing, I'm just gonna talk in the chat. Basically the plan is while the album is playing, I'm going to mute the notification sounds. Like, the notifications will still pop on screen, but the sounds will be muted, and my mic will be muted, and everything will be muted so there's no unexpected noises to interrupt the flow of the music. So if any of you want to adjust the volume, you'll actually know, like, what the volume is going to be, and there's not going to be anything that ear rapes you partway through. So, what is this? Sir Gray, this is right now just background music as we're talking, letting people trickle in before we actually start up the premiere. Build says, how many songs is it? It is 6 songs. Also, Waffles, want to say thank you for inspiring me to finally pursue music. Oh, jeez. Okay, so the alert sounds right now are still on. I gotta turn that down a little bit. And how long will it start? Probably like 5 minutes or so. There's actually a lot of people already trickling in, so I'm not gonna wait too long. But yeah, it's 6 songs, and Local Winter, that makes me really happy to know that you've been inspired to start up music. Music is so much fun. I'm probably gonna do more music stuff, but I'm happy to finally, for those of you that have been on my YouTube channel, I'm happy to finally get back to editing some videos soon here too, so gotta get that balance going here. Yeah, that scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I just turned the alert sounds down. I tried to level them out before the stream started, but that was a lot louder than I remembered them being, so yeah, I just turned them down about 5 decibels, so that won't do that anymore. And like I said, that's not going to happen at all during the stream. Like, all the alert sounds, everything except the music playing is going to be muted while the album is premiering. So I have a feeling this is an experimental rock album, considering how much time you spent in it. I mean, it's somewhat experimental. It's all over the place, really. It's got, there's a couple pop tunes, there's a very acoustic folk kind of tune, there's a, like, kind of metal, kind of grunge tune on it, and there's also a mostly electronic experimental rock tune, like, right in the middle. So, how long did you take to make it? I've been working on it actively for the past 5 months or so. But there's a couple of songs that I wrote on here that I wrote years ago that I just never recorded and decided it's finally time. So, Waffles has been experimenting. Yeah, what else is new? I have a feeling I'm gonna start crying and smiling. Well, I hope so. I'm nervous because, like, I've been those of you that have been with me long enough know I talk about music all the time. I talk about the music I do all the time, but I've never really made music to share with my viewers and friends on YouTube. And with this, I basically just decided, you know what, it's time. So, I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. I don't want the background music to be too loud here. Dude, that's some mad shit. Are all the songs kind of the same, or are all of them different? All of them are very different. Which is, from a production standpoint, actually poses a very unique challenge. Because if you want to put a metal tune, and a pop tune, and an electronic tune all on the same album, and still have the album have some kind of cohesion, there's some crazy EQ and compression stuff you have to do in the mastering process. Because albums sound bad if everything sounds too different. So they have to kind of have the same audio profile all the way through, and then all the differences come in the different instrumentation and the progressions and all that kind of stuff. So, rip the copy-paste value. Yeah. Yeah, there's, and everything is real instruments pretty much, like, obviously besides the synthesizer, except one tune I used electronic drums on because it was more in character with the rest of the tune. All the drums all the way through are real drums. And I'm really happy with the way the drum sounds came out on this album, so, yeah. I need to hear this. It's gonna. I've been having this tease since December. Yeah, that's right, because you were in the private chat with Rose and Blaze and I, where I was just sending like tiny clips when I was first starting recording. So, yeah, basically, Pearl is in like this separate chat with Rose and I, from when we were doing streams, like mostly Rocket League and stuff back in December and such, right when I came back from tour. And right when I was first recording the grunge / metal tune, I like borrowed an amp and just put like a mic on it randomly, didn't even spend time, it played a couple riffs on it, and the amp just recorded so well. I was excited. I was like, who can I share this with? So yeah, that's gonna be fun. That one's near the end of the album, so. All right, well, I think rather than me just sit here and keep bullshitting, how about we get this thing started up? I'm gonna fade out that music. There we go. All right, it's been 10 minutes. I think we've waited long enough. Whoops, that's not right. I already hit a wrong button. Fantastic. Let's try that again. Okay, got the fade. There we go. So this is the album cover, everyone. This was done by one of my good friends, Gil Rodrigo, who also does all the art assets for Cell C Salvage, those of you that remember that. That is the game that I've been writing music for. I commissioned Gil to make the album art just because I love his art style. I sent him a general idea and like what the songs meant, and I had no idea what I wanted the album cover to be. He's like, okay, I got a few ideas. Next day, he sends me back that, and I'm like so happy with it. He's a fantastic artist, really happy he was willing to do the album cover for me. And yeah, it's just so good. And now, there we go, one more link. As I was talking about the album cover, I remembered, oh yeah, they asked me to like send them the link when the stream is live so they can hear it. So, yep, album cover, they're made by Gil Rodrigo. Excellent. Oh, Tibra, thank you for the 50 bits right when I turned off the alerts there. So, yeah. All right. Without further ado, I think you've waited long enough. It's time for the album. Oh, wait a minute. Hilo Key in Atlantis. Yeah. I friggin' love the cover. It's great. It's so perfect. Without further ado, I'm going to stop bullshitting. I'm going to turn my mic down. This is From Nowhere is the name of the album. If you can't read that, I really hope you enjoy it. Here we go.
I lie alone within my room, thinking of what my life could be. 'Cause there was a time when life seemed good, the thought taking root inside of me. We lived in a manor all our own, lasting as far as I could see. Then something changed and far too soon. Now it's just a memory. Now it's just a memory. And not long ago my life stood still, and we had the time to take on simple things. Yeah, simple things just seem so and I notice you're not around. Yeah, that's right, you're not around anymore. And not long ago, my life stood still, and we had the time to take on simple things. The simple things just seem so far away now. You're so far away. We've had some moments I've wished not to end, and nothing cheers me up like you do, my friend. But lately I feel like I have to pretend with you. When I opened up, you did just the same. We carried our burdens and cut up our pain. If we had each other, there's no need for fame. That's something I thought we both knew. But I know that while I was gone, you did fine. I saw you were happy, so I walked the line. But I hoped at least I would just cross your mind. So maybe it's true, I'm just not important to you. I had to go, it was out of my hands. So you pushed ahead and you stuck to our plans. I'm happy you did, it was nice to see you so glad. When I returned, everything had changed. I still needed you, but you'd rearranged. A short time away, and I was estranged from someone I loved through and through. But I really needed you now, most of all. When the walls around me just started to fall, you left me behind, never answered my call. So maybe it's true, I'm just not important to you. I hoped you'd help catch me up when again. I feel so worn down, no longer standing on my own. It's not the way I wanted this to happen to me. Real life complication, the same old situation. All across the nation, feelings leave and die, and still I'm wondering why. I feel so down sometimes, but it always comes back to me. From the time it went away, I didn't think I'd be here today, but all things pass with time, like feelings left from long ago. And while I know that I messed up, I know it wasn't just my fault. I wish that we could just go back to how it used to be. Real life complication, same old situation, all across the nation. Now you're gone, but I don't mind looking back. No reason to find for our ending, but I know I must proceed ahead. struggle to just get by. The voice voices creeping and they tell me whatever I want is never to be. Don't want to be here, can't look at your face, feeling forever stuck in this place. Break the life and throw it all away. Take the night and throw it out today. Tear them down, throwing all the pieces around me. Shattered ground, hold you in my domain once again. Living at night and asleep all day. Out of my mind, I must stay. Fear of the failure, live in disgrace. Inside the mind is a dangerous place. No, I push on, no, it hurts me. Knowing what can and will never be. Today's the day I run at dawn. One look from you and my will is gone. I don't know how to say what I feel about you. I'm terrified in pain, could never live without you. I'm not supposed to feel this way, but I can't help it. This is the hand that I have played, but it's you that dealt it. I know you feel the pain. If I couldn't take it, far miles away from you, so that you could make it. I'm not supposed to feel this way, but I've been trapped in this lie. I can't escape from it with you. If you just help me get by. I know I shouldn't say this, but I feel it's so true. All my time till now has been wasted, but I finally found you. And I would give you everything if I ever stopped to hide. 'Cause I'm not brave enough to jump, and it kills me inside. You're everything I want. You're such an honest person. How could you ever feel the same emotion I've been? I'm just a self-absorbent ape. I really don't deserve you. Flash me a smile and talk each day. That's all you ever could do. But I long to find the strength, because I'd love to take a chance to win your heart someday. And by some miracle I might just break through to you and hope you see through my stream of consciousness what both of us could be. I know I shouldn't say this, but I feel it's so true. All my time till now has been wasted, but I finally found you. And I would give you everything if I ever stopped to hide. 'Cause I'm not brave enough to jump, and it kills me How can I make you see just what you mean to, how you make me, how you saved my life this year? How am I supposed to be okay in this night? Doesn't feel right. I've only one sight shining so bright. Well, I know I shouldn't say this, but I feel it's so true. All my time till now has been wasted, but I finally found you. And I would give you everything, and in you I can't confide. I could be brave enough to jump if I had you by my side.
So yeah, that's the album, everyone. Yeah, this and still wondering why. Still, I'm wondering why it hit me the most. Well, cool local winter. Yeah, like I said, that a lot of the songs are really personal to me. So, this is like really great. I'm really happy you've all enjoyed it so much. Impressive you did no vibrato there on the final. Yeah, Bill, that I didn't want vibrato there because I wanted it to just sit in the piano texture. That's one of the notes I've had to put a little bit of pitch correction on because I was a little warbly and I wanted it to just be a flat, almost synth-like tone to blend with the piano. I'm more impressed that he's been hiding his talent. well, thank you. So. A lot of people cover up their bat notes by doing a lot of vibrato. Yeah, I can't stand it when people use too much vibrato. Like, vibrato, when it's done well, can be great. But one of the things I hate about opera is how everything has this ridiculous vibrato on it. Like, you almost can't even hear the notes. And I understand with them it's done for projection reasons, but yeah. Great album. Thank you, Build. I'm so lucky to have been here on the premiere. Oh, and there's some people asking where you can get it. You can get the album. Right now it's over on Bandcamp. It is pay what you want over there. That includes $0. But of course, if you want to actually pay money for the album, basically you can just choose however much you want to pay or nothing. Since this is my first album and I'm such a small person, I didn't want to be like, oh, well, you had to pay $10 to get. Nah, it's if you want the music, listen to it. And like I said in the text chat during the stream, I am going to try to get it on iTunes and Spotify. But that's a little more complicated of a process, so that'll be coming soon. And it's also going to upload onto SoundCloud tonight. I didn't do that before the stream because SoundCloud, you can't schedule the publishing of songs. And I didn't want it to be available anywhere until after this stream. So, how much does Bandcamp take? What do you mean, how much does Bandcamp take? Oh, you mean the percentage of the money they get? I'm not sure, to be honest. So. I don't think it's that much, but once I get money, I'll actually pay for it. Well, thank you, local winner. I'll flag this album as an experimental album. Yeah, like pretty much anything I record is going to be somewhat experimental. Just let me get some background music started up. Like you said, some of you were saying earlier, oh, well, you're going to use this as background music in streams or something. Well, I have instrumental versions also, so I can toss that up in the background here. And instrumental music for me is way better for streams than music with words. We have just completed an achievement. Talk a little 1. Oh, look at that. Well, thank you all. We have so many chatters that we've unlocked we've unlocked a Twitch achievement for me. So thank you. Just give us your PayPal and we'll directly support you. Well, if you want to do that, that's what the donation button down below the stream goes directly to my PayPal. So, yeah, that would be where to do that. Let me just make sure. Okay, the alerts aren't super loud right now. I got VIP badges. Oh, I can do that? No, that's pretty sweet. But yeah, I'm really happy all of you liked it so much. So I was pretty nervous leading up to this, 'cause so many of the songs are super personal, and yeah. Hey, no, don't spend it. Oh yeah. Thanks Headtrip for the 69 bits. It wouldn't really be a stream without Headtrip donating 69 bits. Really enjoyed the album, especially songs 2, 4, and 6. Well, thank you, Vapors. I really appreciate it. Bandcamp says the minimum price has to be $1. That's not right. Let me check that. Oh, on my end it says no minimum, so I don't know why it says that. It should be no minimum, so you can put in 0. Yeah, it's set to 0, so if it's messed up, that's on Bandcamp's side. I'm always embarrassed when I show my songs to other people. I mean, usually I'm not, but I have traditionally been someone that hates writing lyrics. Just because I'd never had any idea what to write about. And for this album, like, I was inspired a lot back in, like, with how freaking depressed I got with all the shit that happened between September and November. And there was just a lot to write about. And some of these songs were written a while ago. Like I said, Still I'm Wondering Why was written almost 10 years ago for my ex way back when. And given some stuff that's come to light since then, I was way too kind in that song. But yeah, pretty much, yeah. Just every song is like really personal. For the most part, they're written for specific people in my life. One song is not about a person. One song is about something else. But at 5 of the 6 songs, I know exactly who they're written for. So, and I'm not gonna say who, but except for that one, because that one is someone that's no longer in my life that will never ever hear this. So I don't care. And if they do, I don't care. So it's saying I can pay 0, but I have to pay 1 to get unlimited streaming. Oh, okay, that makes sense. You shouldn't be embarrassed, mate. It was amazing. Well, thank you. Which song is about something else? I'm not gonna say. So, jeez. I think it's because I'm good enough to know what sounds good, but also good enough to know that I don't sound good enough to be impressive. So when I start singing, I hear it and go, eh. I mean, if I still had it, or I have no idea where it is, but I have the original demo I did for Still I'm Wondering Why around here somewhere, like 10 years ago. When I was a freshman in college. So, was that really 10 years ago? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it was about 9 years ago, actually. Not quite 10. So, yeah. But I still have that demo. The vocals don't sound nearly as good on the original demo as they done on there. So, it's all practice. I hear myself all the time and just internally scream. I hate hearing my own voice. You'd be surprised how many singers are like that. Is it bad? It's pretty bad, Build. The tone is way more nasally because while I was in college, I did take some vocal training. I had to for my degree. And my pitch just wasn't as good because my ear wasn't as good back then either. But can you explain the album art? Well, if Gil was in here, let me see if he's even online right now, because I basically sent him the album, wrote up like a brief description of what each song was about, and sent it off to him, and he came back with that. So, yeah, that's I really, when I work with artists, I like giving them creative freedom. I don't like telling them, hey, I have this vision, I want it to look like this and blah blah blah. I love being like, first of all, I only commission art when it relates to something I'm doing, and I basically tell them what the point is and what I'm doing means, and then just let them go off. So that is the result. That's what he came up with to fit the album. And one thing he did tell me is through everything else, he was going for a really 90s kind of aesthetic, because I played him the album, and he said he really heard like the early 90s, like to mid 90s grunge influence in it on top of everything else, because that's what I've been really into right now. Well, I can't GEF, but I can download it. Okay. That'd be awesome to hear. I love demo tracks. Well, maybe I have it on here. Hang on, let me look real quick. Let's see. Oh my god, I do have the original demo on here. What? Oh, it's not on here anymore. Okay, hang on. I gotta plug in my external hard drive real quick. If you guys want to hear the original demo from 10 years ago for Still I'm Wondering Why, I'll play some of it. I'm not gonna play the whole thing because parts of it are pretty bad. But yeah, I gotta plug in my external hard drive real quick, so I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Hang on. All right. It's is that starting up? No. Why is it not starting up? Oh. Okay, well that's starting up, because that's on, since it's so old, it's basically been archived at this point. It's on an external hard drive for my old Mac. Let's see. Yeah, I felt like I was listening to some songs in the 90s. It was nice. Well, thank you. Make some art that's unique and different. So, I mean, I basically didn't prompt him like anything. Everything that's there was his vision for it based on the meaning behind it and everything that I told him. So I'm fine with how my voice sounds, just wish I could sing better. Well, for improving pitch and stuff, that's all just practice. So, is it starting up? It is starting up, okay. Oh, there it is, okay. Okay, so this was, don't judge me too hard on this, because this was, jeez, let me actually take a look. Yeah, this was 2010 that this was recorded. So 9 years ago. Jeez. What is the acoustic guitar you used in this album? I actually didn't use an acoustic guitar on this album. Tricked you. What I did, because my acoustic is at a house about 3 hours away from me right now. And I never really had the chance to go up and get it. So all the, air quotes, acoustic guitar sounds are actually my hollow body Gresh 6118T. And what I did is I mic'd it exactly how you would mic an acoustic guitar to capture the string sound. And then I also plugged it into the board to mix in a little bit of the low end to imitate the resonating chamber. And then I just leveled the mics with the string sound and the direct line from the guitar with all the low end and body together until it sounded kind of like an acoustic guitar. I made it sound a little more jangly than like a full out hollow body acoustic guitar because I wanted it to sound more folky, less resonant. And that was the sound. So I originally was thinking this would be a placeholder until I can go up and get the acoustic guitar. But then when I heard it in context with the vocals, I actually really liked the way it sounded, so I just kept it. So, I'm a dip, love the album, gonna listen as I play Risk of Rain. All right, Pearl, thanks for tuning in. I'm really happy you enjoyed it. But yeah, this is the original demo for Still I'm Wondering Why. Different amp, different. Actually, no, this is the same guitar. And how old would I have been in 2010? I'd have been 19 when this was recorded. So yeah, all right, let me turn it down a little bit. It doesn't have to be as loud as the album premiere, but yeah, this is the original demo for Still I'm Wondering Why. Not the same software build. And you can hear it's just way too slow. Alright, so yeah, I'm not going to play that whole thing. You can tell it was, like, not good. But, build, back then I was using, I don't think I had my big console at this point, so I would have been using a Fostex MR8, which is a 4-track. Yeah, for the drums, 2 overheads, 1 on the snare, 1 on the bass. And then I would have mixed it in GarageBand. Because, or actually, this might have been when I was still using Audacity. This might have been before I had my Mac. Actually, no, it's totally not before I had my Mac. I think I started recording it before I had my Mac and wrote it, and then I redid some of it. But yeah, it was mixed in GarageBand. Different mic on pretty much everything. It's way too slow. It's not as tight. The pitch on the vocals is bad. It's not mixed properly. But yeah, that was 10 years ago. So, oof, Audacity. Yeah, Audacity is terrible for mixing. But yeah, and plus in the demo you can hear the drums over the vocals. Yeah, one of the things, and this is a bit more of a musical observation. One of the things, let me get the background music going again here. There we go. One of the big things that the original demo falls flat for me compared to the most recent recording, which I'm really happy with, is the original recording also doesn't breathe. So, and adding space in a song like that goes a long way, especially with how over the top the end is. So whenever, at the end of all the phrases in the verse, like in the felt what I never have before, I've made really sure to taper the cymbals so they died out with the vocal line, and taper the guitars and taper the bass. So there was that little gap before the tom fill comes back in. And it just did so much for the feel of the song, because then you actually feel it breathing. There's time to relax in it. Well, Vapors donated $7.92. Not too much, as this is basically all my money. I just feel like this is the least I should have given you since the amount of time you have put into this album. It's amazing. Well, thank you, Vapors. I appreciate it so much. It means a lot. And I'm really happy all of you have enjoyed it so much. But yeah, this is just all I wanted to do after it. I'm really happy you guys are asking questions, and there's actually a couple of those little details that people picked up. Like in I think it was in the last Earthbound stream, I was talking about at a certain point that even before releasing the album, there were people that were asking me about little details on the album. And I spend so much time mixing this and focus on little tiny things that a lot of people probably won't even hear. But like when one person hears this tiny detail in a mix that I spent like hours doing, it makes me super happy, because I'm like, oh, that was all worth it. I'm not the only one that's actually appreciating this stupid thing that took me hours that's barely audible. And I really like mixing albums with details like that, because you get something new each time you listen through it. And one of the reasons I love Steven Wilson's album so much is because, like, all the way through every song, there's tiny details buried in the back that you don't hear. So when you listen to it the second time, you get something new, and you're like, oh, I didn't hear this last time. And then the third time, you're like, oh, I didn't hear this the other two times. And that kind of stuff makes me so happy. So I really, I'm glad people are hearing them. It's satisfying. But hey, that's a crap ton of improvement. Well, yeah, that was 10 years ago. I'd probably consider myself pretty much a failure if I didn't improve over the course of 10 years. Especially since back then I was in my first year of music school, and now I have a master's in it. So, we had to record in different projects because not enough memory to load a project in Audacity. Yeah, Audacity is bad because of that, and also because it's destructive editing. Destructive editing is really bad for mixing. Anyways, I'm off. The track was great. Have a nice day. Thanks, Gremlin. I'm really happy you appreciate it. Dude, took me 10 minutes switching money from bank accounts. Wow. Well, thank you so much, Vapors. That mean, like, it means so much to me that, like, even though you don't have that much money, you appreciated the album enough to donate that. That makes me happy to have spent all this time knowing that someone enjoys it that much. Oh yeah, hey Plane, you missed it, but that's okay, because the album, for those of you that did miss it, this will be a video on demand on YouTube, and I'm probably going to highlight it here on Twitch so it stays up forever. Plus, if you go on YouTube, you're not actually going to, you're not going to get the chat, and the chat is the big part of what worked during the middle section. But yeah. But yeah, Plane, you'll be able to see it. And of course, for those of you that are still here, it is available on Bandcamp now, and it will be on SoundCloud later tonight, and hopefully soon it will also be on Spotify and iTunes and all that good stuff. Anyway, gotta go. Thank you again for the premiere. Thank you for coming, Tibro. I'm really happy you enjoyed it. My Wi-Fi lasted through the whole premiere. That's excellent. Anyhow, I'm not regretting the 2 hours of waiting before the album. I'm really happy it was worth it for you, Moral. That's some serious dedication. It was really surprised me when like 45 minutes before the stream I saw someone write in here like, hey, is the stream starting in 45 minutes? Have you ever worked for big artists? Yes, I have. A couple of them. Both opening for live and with in the studio. The bands I've been in have opened for Peter Frampton once, 38 Special once, Edgar Winter once, and then I've worked in the studio with Carmine Appice, the drummer, who is absolutely fantastic. And then I've worked live shows mixing sound for Bryan Adams and Jefferson Airplane at different points in my career here so far. And boy were those last two experiences, because when you're a young artist opening for someone, they treat you like you're a kid. Once you get in the professional world and you're working as a techie for them, you get the real story of everything. So bands tend to treat techies as more equals than opening acts. So that was fun. I love when I've listened to something enough that all the details start to really pop out, especially the little ones. Yeah, it's really satisfying. Anyway, I think, yeah, this has been up for over an hour now. Again, thank you so much for everyone that showed up. I really am happy with this stream. Peaked at about 21 viewers, got an achievement, got to interact with you guys a lot. So I hope... Oh, did you have to learn any new instruments for this album? I did not, actually. I don't really have access to new instruments anyway, but yeah, most of the stuff I did on here is stuff like... There's guitars, keyboards, there's drums, bass, all obviously, like all the standard stuff. Then there's a bunch of percussion stuff. I went kind of heavy on percussion stuff in Important to You to fill out the sound, because I didn't want to put bass. There's no bass in Important to You. That's all the bass tones are from the acoustic guitar. And I really wanted to fill it out and make it sound more folky. So there's a gourd shaker. There's a snare drum with brush that's the drum set in that one is just bass drum and snare drum, and the snare drum is being played with brushes. There's a shaker. There's tambourine, obviously. There's no triangle. I probably should have put triangle in something, because I have a couple really nice triangles I got while I was doing my master's degree. Really fantastic sounding triangles. And then, what else? There's probably more stuff throughout, and there's a bunch of different synth pads I had to play around with. What did you find most challenging about making the album? That's a tough one. Probably fine-tuning the mixes a lot, because probably for the last month, it's been recorded for a while, and it's been in mixing for the past month. But basically what I have to do is mix, and my mixing process, I listen on 3 sets of speakers. I listen on my main studio monitors, I listen on headphones, and I listen in my car. And there's still moments I would like to tweak a little bit, but I'm at the point that if I make a change, it makes it sound better in one set of speakers and worse in the other set of speakers. So that was a pretty good indication to me that it's done, because if I change something one way or the other, there's no universal improvement that I hear in any of the 3 sources. But yeah, since I'm taught much more from the musical side than the tech side, and I'm pretty much self-taught from the tech side, I hear what I want the mixes to make, but I can't always, or I hear in my head what I want the mixes to sound like, but I don't always have the tech chops to get it there. Well, great stream, see you later, great album. Thank you, Build. Pretty sure it'll be the lyrics. Actually, the lyrics weren't that bad for this one, because since I was writing from a much more personal space, a lot of them just came like, probably the most personal one, if you could probably tell, is the second tune on the album, Important to You. And that song went from not existing to full format, all lyrics in about an hour and a half when I wrote that one. I'm going into more of the tech side of music. Yeah, the tech side is really important. And like, as I'm saying all this, I'm not like, I work as a professional audio engineer, so I somewhat know what I'm doing, but like, I watch people like Rick Beato on YouTube, who's actually a professional engineer, and some of the stuff he talks about just, I'm like, why didn't I think of that? Oh, I should have known that, blah, blah, blah. There's much more professional people than me, obviously. Hey, Kira. How's it going? Yeah, we were just about to end the stream, so... but the video on demand will be up on here and on YouTube. So... but yeah, anyone that's trying to get into music, definitely work on the tech side. Because it's becoming more and more important, and the ability to record yourself is becoming more and more important. Like my first band... the one that had the record deal that was terrible, that we got nothing out of. One of the reasons we got anything out of that at all is because I recorded an album for us and handed it to them. So they're like, oh, well, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good, so we'll release it because it means we don't actually have to do anything. So, there's that. Damn, streaming D&D on another channel. Yeah, a little late, but that's alright. Yeah, having the tech chops helps you a lot. Anyway, it is, I think it is time to end the stream here, so thank you once again, everyone. Really happy you enjoyed the album. I'll be back with some normal streams, fairly soon. Oh, hey, Ronnie. Got here just in time. And once again, if you want to get the album, you can pick it up over on Bandcamp. There you go. It is pay what you want, so if you want to pay $0, you can pay $0. It's up to you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Really happy you enjoyed the stream. I'll see you later, and goodbye.